Alright, Leo, here we go. I'm doing a little update of the Leo soap opera today because I feel like it. It's one of those weeks where I'm doing what I feel like and what's important, what's strong in the energy. In particular, you are. This is amazing. I went wow when I pulled this pre-shuffle. And I'm going to teach you all something, a little philosophy, if you will. But for starters, I have to say this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I can't tell you apart from your soulmate, so I say somebody sometimes. But I'm reading the incoming energy. The incoming energy is the runner. The rest of you are here. And for some of you, I'm talking about you. For some of you, I'm talking about your person. I have no idea. Doesn't matter. The lesson is the same. Either way, both sides can get something out of this reading. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. Let's talk about happiness and unhappiness before I show you this pre-shuffle. Now, this pre-shuffle is split. There's two parts. There's a part one and a part two. Like a record, there's a side one and a side two. Happiness. Well, someone here, I'll start by saying, is exceedingly unhappy. Whoever this energy is. Okay? They may mask it well out in public, but they're exceedingly unhappy. It'll be abundantly clear in a moment. However, we have to understand what the problem is here. The Beatles taught us, John Lennon in particular, on their White Album, that happiness is a warm gun. Now, did John Lennon mean that if you want to get happy, you shoot someone? Well, no. He was much more philosophical than that. I imagine some stupid people thought that and probably did it. I have no idea. But that's not what he meant. Happiness is a state of being, as is unhappiness. In order to get happy when you're unhappy, what John Lennon meant is it's a process of elimination. Okay? He used the warm gun as a metaphor, right? That gun's warm right after you fire it. It's about a process of elimination. And in order to do that, you need to simply... Happiness, again, like I said, is a state of being. These are states of being. So you change your energy, you get in new energy. So it's about eliminating the things that don't make you happy and not pushing them aside. This person has it backwards in a way, okay? And I'll show you here in a second. Five of Swords, first part of the reading, side A of the pre-shuffle here. Five Swords crossed by 7 Cups, okay, with the Queen of Swords. That's the first part. It's a little sandwich here. It's a confusion sandwich. It's someone who's cold and detached, going through their life cold and detached on autopilot. Short-term thinking, short-term victories, happy about little things that happen throughout the day, but not really looking at the big picture, right? And they're limiting their options by doing this. That's what the 7 of Cups crossing the 5 of Swords tells us. What they're pushing back are the very things that they're living in, the things that make them unhappy. What they're doing is they're pushing things back. They're getting in their cold detachment, getting in their head, 9 swords, round and around they go, up all night. This person might be a closet drinker in the evening. It wouldn't surprise me. But part 2 of our pre-shuffle is they're pushing, what are they pushing back? They're pushing back the King of Cups. We're pushing back how they feel, their feelings. They're pushing back happiness, the Sun, by behaving this way. They're pushing back their old soul, the Hermit, by behaving this way. This is their old soul energy trying to get through. And I know it is because of the Queen of Swords here. The Queen of Swords, it holds the sword of truth. But this person's cold and detached to the truth. All right? Pushing back the old soul, pushing back happiness. Why? Well, in part, it's a soulmate connection, which they're also pushing back. But this connection makes them happy. They're pushing that back. What causes someone to do that? Going from a state of unhappy to happy is a process of elimination. You need to eliminate the things that don't make you happy, not eliminate the things that do. And that's what this person's doing. Why? I don't know. Something from their past that they've never dealt with. Okay? 6 of Cups. How do I know? How do I know that? Because it's a Leo reading. And it wouldn't be a Leo reading if the goat with its feet on fire didn't show up. The devil. Toxin. Toxin crossing the Six of Cups is something that they never dealt with from the past. This person has gone through their life with a cold detachment, anything at all. There's almost a Stockholm syndrome here of somebody who feels okay being trapped. And we get this a lot for your person. But each time I pull a Leo soap opera, I learn a little bit more and more and more. And this time here, I don't know if the devil can win anymore. I'm not sure. We're going to have to pull a reading. And what I'm going to do here, I am going to do cut cards. But I'm going to do a different reading for you. Okay? My intuition told me to. I'm going to pull your reading this time using the same reading I use for the Cure for Cancer readings, which is 5 cards from the bottom of the environmental energy around your person, and then 4 cards up top for how they're behaving in that environment. And we clarify all those cards with the final outcome being the clarifiers on top of the 4th card. It's a powerful reading. It'll help us learn a little bit more here because somebody here's got it wrong. Their gun is cold. Okay? If John Lennon were alive, well, he'd probably say, hey, happiness is a warm gun, not a cold gun. I mean, it's cold. Their gun is as cold as a witch's tit right here. It's the Queen of Swords. It is a pure energy of cold detachment. Snowy owl on there. Live up there in the Arctic. All right. Let's see where we go. Let's shuffle the deck. The first card out is Before the Cut. It's Why the Fuck Are We Here? All right. Wow. The Leo soap opera. Process of elimination. This person's not eliminating anything. That's why they keep going around and around. That's what we learned today. They're not doing anything about the unhappiness, the things that are unhappy. They want to. That queen holds that sword of truth. But they're not doing anything about it. I'm not even sure they got bullets in the gun, to be honest with you. The metaphorical gun. Let's be clear about that. All right. Here we go. It's rather ironic that, well, I don't know if that's ironic. It's coincidental. Yeah, it's more coincidental that I gave you that happiness is a warm gun analogy. I talk about crazy people who take it the wrong way. Philosophers of any type, and John Lennon was a big philosopher. Philosophers of any kind always have the problem of, most people don't think very deeply. They take what someone says on the surface and run with it. Philosophy involves going down rabbit holes. That one's not a particularly deep rabbit hole, but it is a bit of a coincidence that the person who shot John Lennon said that he did it because he has an argument with a little man and a big man, and the little man won that day. Crazy, crazy, crazy. That's someone who's too much in their head. That's 8 swords, 9 swords energy, got themselves surrounded by toxin. I'm not saying that's your person. I'm just making it in reference to John Lennon. All right, here we go. Card before the cut. Why the fuck are we here? Leo. 3 of Wands. There's always this intention to do something. But the road to hell is paved with good intentions, they say. Right? Well, I say that. Why do I say that? Well, we already saw the devil. The devil, whatever keeps them stuck, in that pre-shuffle, technically the devil was bookending the 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords is short-term thinking, short-sightedness. Sometimes we read it as self-sabotage, that kind of thing. It's that toxic energy around them that they keep there. They're not doing anything about it. That's part. They push it all back because of that. They push back the soul energy. They push back the soulmate cycle. All stems from something they didn't deal with in the past. And they can't take this leap to the 4 of Wands. Not with anyone. Not with you. Not with anyone else until they deal with those past issues. Otherwise, they just take that goat with them wherever they go. And goats are a real tough pet to have. They eat anything and they shit anywhere they want. What comes after the cut? 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 9 of Pentacles. Everything I just told you. 3 of Wands, I said, there's always this intent. This intention to get away from it. To break free. On some level, the soulmate connection, because it came up in the pre-shuffle, is a bit of an inspiration, shall we say, because one side of this connection is fairly free and liberated, fairly spiritual, doing what they like to do, doing what they want to do, not sitting in misery. But the side that I'm pulling on here, which is probably the runner side, again, I can't tell you guys apart, always has the intention to break free. And this just verifies my read on the Three of Wands. That's all. Let's give the deck a final shuffle. Again, I'm going to do this reading the way I do the Cure for Cancer readings. 5 cards from the bottom. Environmental energy, i.e. the room they're living in, the air they're breathing, the energetic air they're breathing, right? The energetic room they're living in. 5 cards. 4 cards up top tell us how they're behaving in it. I suspect we're going to see a bit of a dichotomy here, but we'll find out more when we clarify. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's see where we go. All right. Your reading, universe. The soulmate cycle from the angle of Leo. The universe knows what reading I'm doing. We already had a chat. Overall energy. Okay? We have, this is not a surprise. This shouldn't surprise any of you. And I shuffled the shit out of these things. I shuffled, I cut, and I shuffled again. Cards from the pre-shuffle will return in the environmental energy. They have to. Or something that says something similar to them. Alright? First card in the environmental energy, the baseline energy. I'm going to move this over here. Baseline energy, the lovers. Okay, the love geese are in the air. I always say that. Once they're in the air, they're in the air. They're committed. All right? I think somebody here is flying the wrong way. This connection is coming at this person. In other words, they push it back and they try to think about it. And try not to think about it, but it comes back. It keeps coming back. And you might see that if you're aware of someone spying on you. You might see them disappear for a while and then return. You know, that kind of a thing. I don't know. But all I know is this soulmate connection is here to help them deal with these issues. 6 of Cups. The center card. This is wild that it came out this way. Because this is the middle card here. It's sort of the baseline energy of everything around them. It's the problem. Okay? It's the issue. And it's the devil. It's the goat with its feet on fire. It's the toxin. Oh, that's it. That's all we get from the pre-shuffle. Now, we get an energy of strength. We get an energy of Leo. All right? And the 5th card out is the 3 of Pentacles. That's that starting new. It's another 3. It's similar to the 3 of Wands energy I read. It's about a foundation, something solid. Okay, it's very clear here. And I'll show you the 6th card just because you can probably see it anyway. It's not part of the environmental energy per se. It's just sort of the universe's commentary on it. It's an Ace of Wands. But it's that flare up, flare out Ace of Wands. It's that Ace of Wands that keeps going out. It keeps going out. Like a match lit in the wind. Blows out. This soulmate connection bookends lovers and the environmental energy around them. What the universe is doing for your person. This soulmate connection with you is here to help this person start again. Build some kind of solid foundation to get it right. None of it can happen. It's clear here. With the devil in the middle here, there's something cock blocking this person's progress. It's either something or someone from the past. And it has a great deal of, it has a hold on your person. Normally, when I pull this card, I say this lion's holding one of the roses from the 2 of deck, or from the 2 of cups in this deck, and they're coming in, you know, putting down the fear. That's not the strength card here. This strength card is directly read with the 6 of cups in this read. And the 6 of cups is about the past issues they haven't dealt with because it's right here. It's right next to the devil card. That said, whatever this is has your person in its mouth. Okay? It can be a person. It can be a controlling spouse or a controlling family, or it can be just some issues they've never dealt with, or issues that happened within that marriage that they've never dealt with, that they just try to run away from. It has a hold on them. That's all I'm drawn to is the mouth and the rose. It has a hold. Something from the past has a hold on your person, and it's toxic. When it's toxic, what do I mean by that? Is it abusive? Are they getting beat up? No, I don't think so. Maybe. But that's not what it means here in the energy. I hope the fuck not. But what it means here in the energy is, again, like I always tell you, devil energy is static energy. They're low vibrational frequencies. There's thousands of them, but they're low vibrational frequencies. But they create a haze that's hard to see through. It's easy to, when people are under the influence of devil energy, it's similar to a spell. It's easy to convince them of things. You can convince them of anything in this, and they'll believe you. You know, it's dangerous. It really is. It's dangerous if someone in a soulmate connection is in this. It's under this type of energy. It's dangerous if a judge is under this type of energy. You can imagine, right? Either way, it doesn't matter. Something's got a hold on them. So how are they behaving in this energy? And it keeps blowing out the match. There's a new beginning trying to happen because of this soulmate connection. That's why you had soul recognition. That's why you two crossed paths. Something's trying to happen, but the wind keeps blowing this match out. It keeps blowing it out. And I could prove it by the card that's under it. I knew it. See, I didn't know this was under here. The Two of Pentacles. Round and round and round it goes. In infinity, it's lit, it's out. It's lit, it's out. This person continually, and I can see why now. You know, we learn more and more each time we do a Leo soap opera. I can see why the match keeps going out. I can see why they keep setting the intention to come toward the soulmate connection. Sometimes I'll pull a reading and they're coming in. They're leaving, they're done, they're getting a divorce, and they're coming in. And then the next reading, they're not. This is why. When this lion has a hold of something, you know, if a lion gets you in his mouth, you're dead. All right, he ain't letting you go. You can pretty much kiss your ass goodbye at that point. Especially if you got your whole body in the mouth like this here, which is what this is kind of representing here. Also, because it's a rose, it's sort of a heart kind of a thing. It's a love kind of a thing. There's always a heart chakra associated with the strength card, a heart type energy. I think for a lot of you, as I often say with these Leo readings, this person's married or they're in another relationship or some kind of family. It's something to do with emotions, okay? There's something here that's very, 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 very bad for this person. And this connection's trying to get them out of it. And they keep going on the edge, but it's tough to get through this. This can convince you of things. No, you can't leave. You can't leave because of this and this. They feel trapped in some way, but they're not. It's all just an illusion because it's devil energy. And that's the one good part about this card. It's an illusion. It's all. Once they see through it, you know. 4 cards across the top. How are they dealing? How are they behaving in this energy? What is your person behaving? I think this devil energy is just going to right up here. The Hermit, the Sun, crossed by the King of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. More cards from the pre-shuffle. The back half, side B of our pre-shuffle came back. Okay? So some of you read cards. What do you think? I've told you what's going on here. I'll give you a little quiz. I'll tell you the answer. Don't worry. Told you what's going on here. What did I pull? I pulled the Sun, the King of Cups, the Hermit's bookending the Nine of Swords. So someone here, every time the old soul wakes up in them, and they are an old soul. I always say that about your person. They're a very old soul. They might be older than me. This is the truth. It's very strong. I myself am intimidated sometimes pulling a Leo reading. That said, every time this energy comes up, though, this person goes batshit crazy. And they fall back into the haze of the devil energy. But what I've got right here, oh, this is perfect. I already said it. It's the King of Cups crossing the Sun. They're pretending everything's great. They're pretending that everything is fantastic. That's what they're doing. That's how they're behaving in this energy. That's why I say you probably wouldn't tell this person's unhappy. It'd be very difficult to spot this for a good number of you, that this person is unhappy, as unhappy as they are. Can I phrase it like that? This is all great big show. This is all pretend, but at night, when it's dark, at 2 o'clock in the morning, right? That soul comes creeping in the silence, where it lives. The soul energy lives in the silence, the law of pure potentiality. All the answers are in the silence. All the answers are in this hermit. This hermit has all the answers. At night, that hermit comes up. During the day, this person is pretend. Everything is great. I'm fine, living my good life. It's all because of this. Really got a hold on them. Wow. Okay, let's clarify. Let's do it. Let me space these out a little bit. These two go together, those two go there, but I'm going to space them just a little bit. Hermit. Let's pull with the Light Seer deck. Why? I usually use my intuition. Randomly, when I pick up this deck, I got Strength card at the bottom. It's a Leo reading. It's a Leo energy. It's just a coincidence, probably, but it's probably the universe saying, hey, Steve, use this deck. I could use the Witches, but it's got the Moon at the bottom. I don't think that fits. Although I'm sure there are some secrets here. But the Strength card is a very dominant energy here. All right? This devil's really got a hold on him. All right? Let's see where we go. The Hermit. Why is it here? This is going to teach us a lot. I know it's a different reading than I usually do for you when I pull these readings. But this is a powerful reading because it allows me to split the energies completely. These would be crossing cards, right? It allows me to see the environment they're living in. I do not want to stay at their house. This is a person who, this is shit. This is what this is. This can play out as someone who tries not to be home a lot. Anything to get away. This could be a person who's been cheated on, that just carpet swept it. There's definitely some carpet sweeping of something going on here. I mean, there's all sorts of endless scenarios I could give. All right. The main thing you need to focus on is this and the lion's mouth. Instead of a rose, that's this runner. That's this energy. It's in the mouth of a lion, and it's tied to something from the past that happened that's never been dealt with. And I know it hasn't. The devil any kind of devil energy makes you carpet sweep things. Usually carpet sweeping the truth. The Hermit. It's the energy that makes people not want to admit they were wrong and stick with things and all that kind of stuff. Which is good in some situations, but in most it's not. And this is the case here. Why is the Hermit here? Tell me about the Hermit. Why? Yeah. The Page of Cups. The Hermit is telling them the environmental energy around the Hermit energy, their soul energy coming up that comes up in the night. It makes them feel love. It makes them feel something. It makes them want to move in a new direction. It makes them want to go after that cup. It's a push-pull between their ego and their soul. And because the Strength card is here, there's always some heart chakra involved. Something's keeping the heart chakra pushed back a little bit. Again, it's that Ace of Wands where the flare-up comes, the new beginning. I want this new beginning, and then it gets blown out real quick by the wind. This Page of Cups is very telling. It's trying to light that match, but some wind keeps blowing it out. What's on top? The Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. They do think about this. They do think about this a lot. This is sort of a taking stock type energy that's coming off of this. This connection planted seeds that can't be unplanted. And I know that because the Lovers came out first here. The real important thing, the environmental energy around your person, the number one energy is this connection, this soulmate connection, and angel energy. Now, angel energy cancels out devil energy, yes, but man, this is tough. This is a weird frequency of devil energy. I wish I could pinpoint specifically which frequency it is, but it's very strange. It's like one of those flus that you knock out. You feel good for a couple of days. I'm finally over it. And then for no apparent reason, it comes back. Shit, I'm sick again. Right? It's like that. They do at night take stock. I don't think they're sleeping much. Not in this energy. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? The World, yeah. I say I don't think they're sleeping much. It's the most powerful card that I can pull. Again, it's just backing up what I said. At night, this person really, in the silence, when everything's quiet, no one's controlling them, they don't have a front they need to put up pretending that everything's great. This is a very unhappy person. This is sad. A tear might come to their eye. It's possible. I don't know. But this is energy that's conducive to pushing back this much soul energy. The Hermit, very powerful. Pushing this back. And again, I talked about a match blowing out, right? Look, he's got like this little lamp. You can blow those out. It lights at night only. It lights in the silence only. And it's an energy of, these two cards together are an energy of what I said about this connection. Your connection planted seeds that can't be unplanted. They're going to need to deal with this at some point, or the unhappiness is going to grow. If you, power tends to go to people's heads. I'll give you an example with the devil. Power seems to go to people's heads, right? People, they get in a position of power and they get a big ego. Well, ego is devil energy. So the devil energy, it's a good way for you to understand how devil energy works. Negative energy doesn't need to be fed. It feeds itself. If you feed it, it starts to get cocky. It starts to get arrogant. It starts to get big. It starts to get a big ego. All this person is doing by pushing this back and pretending and staying unhappy is growing the toxin. That's all they're doing. Again, we started by learning from John Lennon that happiness is a warm gun. To get out of unhappiness, you eliminate things. It's a state of being. In order to change your state of being, you have to change the energy. You change the energy by eliminating things that are bad. This person's not eliminating it, they're feeding it. They're allowing something to have control over them from the past. Something from the past took them down. You were supposed to fix this. This connection was supposed to come in and heal this. And to a level you have. But there's still a part of this person that is just afraid to be vulnerable for some reason. I don't know why. Could be an image issue. I have no idea. They just really are. They're scared to death of the happiness. As soon as they see it, as soon as this comes up, the hermit energy comes up, you see it here. They get discombobulated. They get paced in the kitchen at 2 in the morning with a bottle of whiskey. I've never seen happiness make someone so fucking upset. Now I've got Leo energies all over the table here. Leo energy here, Leo energy here. I had the strength card randomly at the bottom when I picked this up. It's all about forward movement. Doesn't mean you're dealing with a Leo. Not at all. It's just about forward movement, passionate forward movement, but they hinder it. Why is the sun here? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the sun. Why is it here? Leo soap opera. I couldn't resist today. It was there. It popped in my head. A truck went by me on my morning walk. It was kind of faded, but it used to have a lion painted on it. I thought, oh, the universe wants me to pull on this shit today. Okay, here we are. Here we go. I don't have any plans to extend this yet. I may not. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't want to because swimming in Leo energy here with this down the center, it's a recipe for me needing a beer later. The sun, but I will if I have to. Tell me about the sun. Why is the sun here? Yeah, look at the sun is crossed by the Ace of Cups. I mean, they just hold it back. The sun's trying to break through. This person just keeps manifesting cloudy days for themselves. There's a lot of you make this person. This connection with you is important to this person. I think if they felt this, if anything ever happened to you, let's say they're the runner, because roles can be reversed here. If anything ever happened to the non-runner in this, I think this person would have a complete breakdown. I think you're their only hope. You're the only reason they keep going. But they don't do anything about it. They keep stopping at the Three of Wands. It's because this is thick and this is persistent, weird energy. All right, what's on top? Yeah, the Knight of Wands, pretending everything's fine. It's my emotional immaturity card. It's my party girl's older sister. She in her early 40s now, still going to parties she should have stopped going to a decade prior or more. You know, it's just, everything's great, happy and smiles, but it's not. The environmental energy around them is nothing but toxin. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Maybe your person has an addiction problem. It's possible. Not all of you, of course, but maybe just a few of you. Okay, and you might not know about it. This would be a secret. Okay, I mean, if you do know about it, fine. But I mentioned earlier, nighttime drinking. This energy, the Hermit, trying to suppress the Hermit with a World card here. That's a recipe for someone who drinks a little too much. You can tell when someone does if they don't tell you. You can always tell. You can look at sometimes you can tell from the blood color underneath the fingernails if it's real dark, you know, got some liver problems and stuff like that. But that can also be a sign of just, you know, high iron. But either way, it is what it is. I don't know. Anything is possible with this particular frequency of devil energy. For most of you, they're just someone who refuses to, has something from the past has a tie on them, hold on them, and they refuse to get away from it. for whatever reason. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Yeah, Three of Swords. Well, I pull a Three of Swords, Kurt Cobain in pain, on top of the Sun. This just verifies what I just told you. I pulled this card and I said, yeah, it's someone pretending that they're happy. Well, why is the Knight of Swords here? Why do they have to, or Knight of Wands? Why is the Knight of Wands here? Why do they have to pretend they're happy is what I asked the universe. Because they're unhappy. It just verified my energy read. And I get plenty of people that come here that are like, you know, I don't, you know, there's no energy read, there's no, fine, I don't fucking care. Look, it just answered the question. On top of the Sun, I got someone pretending that they're happy and having a good time. She's way too old to be at this party. I ask, why are they pretending to be happy? Because they're unhappy. It's a literal answer, but it is. It's the most literal I've seen the universe be with me in a while. That's freaking crazy. This person is exceedingly unhappy. Something from the past caused them to shut down, and they're cold and detached to it. And this is the most fake-ass energy I've ever read. I mean, this person, if I were standing next to them with my ability to read people, I would spot this unhappiness in a second. Because people do micro-expressions. You don't even have to read energy. The micro-expressions would be absolutely off the chain with this person. There's no way they can hide this level of unhappiness. Not effectively. Maybe from someone who, you know, the average Joe type thing, but not from anyone who's at all intuitive. Alright, so you already know what I'm talking about. Why is the King of Cups here if this reading's resonating with you? If it's not your reading. That's all. That's fine. Good for you. I don't wish this reading on anybody. This Leo connection is tough. I think even if this person came in and came toward the soulmate connection, they're going to need some help. I mean, no way they get, I mean, they're going to need some therapy or something. Somebody here might be on meds too. It's possible. Anxiety meds. It's only making it worse because anxiety, if you cover the symptoms, you're not fixing the problem. And if they can just cover the symptoms, it makes this pretending much easier. Why is the King of Cups here? Why? The King of Cups, very stingy. It's a very stingy energy about allowing anyone in, is how this card is reading. So in other words, it's probably why they ran from you, if assuming your person's the runner. They're very cautious about letting people in. I suspect because of its placement very close to this energy, that's what happened in the past. They let someone in and they got hurt. Right? Someone they thought they was a friend, that was a friend or was a lover, hurt them. Or the one that they currently have did. Or the one that they currently have is controlling and doesn't want anybody new in. Wants to control their person, you know. Though just the way Ricky Ricardo didn't want Lucy to get any ideas in her head. Right? Didn't like it when she went out and made new friends. That kind of energy is here too. It's all of it. I'm giving you everything I got so you can, you know, take it and apply it to your situation. There's a lot of energy here, and I'm having to do a lot of shuffling for the King of Cups. This King of Cups is a resistance toward letting anything in, okay, when they should be. Again, because they're not eliminating what makes them unhappy, they're just pretending it's okay. It's fine. I'm good. Underneath it all, look at Kurt. Look at Kurt Cobain. Look at him. Or Peppermint Patty. It could be either one. You take it however it resonates with you. If you're not into rock music and you don't like Kurt Cobain, maybe Peanuts is good for you. The little, you know, the little lesbian character on Peanuts, the Peppermint Patty. Right? I love Peppermint Patty. She was great. Right there. It could be that. Either way, very unhappy, very sad. Their soul is screaming out, and it does it at night. I see it with the Hermit and the Nine of Swords. What's crossing this king? My God, I just pointed to the Hermit. It's the same card. The Page of Cups, just backing up what I just told you, the environmental energy around this. The energy that they're behaving and the environment around it is one of exclusion, one of nervousness about letting anything new in. This is my little boy in the Star Trek uniform that's nervous to go ask the cheerleader out. Right? They're very cautious about letting people in. I see it a lot with popular people high up the food chain. Celebrity types have a hard time with this sort of thing. But this person here, whatever they are, they take it to crack cocaine levels. It all stems from pain. There's some kind of pain they didn't deal with, and I've told you that before. This person has 3 swords, came up at some point in a Leo soap opera, and I said they haven't dealt with this. They have not. Something from the past still has a hold on them. And all it's doing is feeding this goat. This goat is big. It may look small on the picture, but if you think about it, this is actually perfect for you to see the energy. This is a human being. This is a goat. This is life size. That's how much, that's a goat. That's a big goat. You're talking about 8 feet at the shoulders. That's like a grizzly goat. You know, bigger than a grizzly bear. I think they're only 4 feet at the shoulders, 8 feet standing up. This is 8 feet at the shoulders, 16 feet standing up. That's an exact view of the energy. They're feeding this goat by not dealing with these past issues, by casting away angel energy. They're casting away. They're running away from you. You're the angel energy. Angel energy could defeat this goat, but they cast it away. So by casting it away, they get no real new foundation. They keep building things on sand in their life. What's on top? The magician. Yeah, smoke and mirrors. Their whole life is smoke and mirrors. That's a smoke and mirror energy. Sometimes it's alchemy, lead into gold. Sometimes it's my action card. It's smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors. That's all it is. Why is the magician here? Yeah, King of Swords. They do nothing. It's my sitting king. Whenever I notice he's sitting, he's the king. He's cold and detached, much like the Queen of Swords, right? But there's a lot of things he'd like to say, but the birds are perched, right? They keep a lot of things secret with my flying bat over here. Lots of secrets, lots of weird, they keep a lot of secrets. They just sit. No action. They push away anything that looks like it might be good. They don't let anything new in that might hurt them. They don't want to get hurt again. They're doing it wrong. Happiness is a warm gun, as John Lennon taught us. That's about eliminating the things that make you unhappy, not eliminating the things that make you happy. All that does is feed the goat. And then the goat becomes gigantic compared to the human being. And that's what we got here. We got one big-ass motherfucking goat. 9 of Swords, final outcome. At night, this person is up all night. This person might be up all night drinking. This person might be up all night reading, trying to distract themselves, whatever it is. And they tell themselves nonsense. They tell themselves that everything is okay. Fine. And they might be one of those people who's in negative energy, yet still feels the need to read positivity books and things like that. It could be, not for all of you. It could just be 1 or 2 of you. You know, sometimes people like this read the positivity books to try to make things better and go for that. Just think positive and everything will be okay. No, it has to come from the soul. Like energy attracts like energy. You can only attract what your energy output is. If their energy output here is this and nonsense, so that's what they attract to them. They can think positive about that, but their core vibration is low. So they're only going to attract low vibrational things. High vibrational people will pass them by. High vibrational situations will pass them by no matter how positive they think. They need to raise their vibration and then go ahead and think positive. You know, if they were in full Empress or Emperor energy, that's different. Yeah, by all means, try to stay neutral, but definitely don't let any negativity in. But it doesn't matter. This person here, all those positivity books ain't going to help this energy. Not in a million years. They have to raise their core vibration. You do that by allowing this hermit to flow. A dark night of the soul, what the kids might say. Go on a spiritual journey. Spiritual awakening. Anybody here is putting up smoke and mirrors isn't on any kind of spiritual awakening. All right? This is a phony ass. If I were standing next to him, I'd be like, this person's phony as hell. Phony as hell. They'd be smiling at me, telling me how great they are, wanting to show me their car, wanting to show me this, wanting to show me that. Here's my spouse. Hey, we're, blah blah blah. Y'all look great and smile. I know on the way home they're either not talking or fighting. I know this energy well. Comes up in your readings all the time, but it's pretty common. It's a pretty common energy. It's the way most people live. It's not anything new. This right here is a snapshot of marriage in America in particular. And there have been studies done on it. It really is. It's a fucking snapshot of it. End of story. You know, all smiles in public, behind the scenes something bad. But again, they got to eliminate this. Final, 9 swords. Again, At the end of the day, all that soul energy comes up. The seeds this connection planted a long time ago are still there. They're starting to grow. But it's taking the entire force of the universe to do it. And with the World card here on top of the Hermit, I believe the universe is still trying to help this person. I have never seen an energy that the universe is trying to help so much. And all they're doing is feeding that devil by staying where they are, being afraid, holding back from things. You know, at least come together with the soul connection. See what it's about. You know, why is the Nine of Swords here? Tell me about it. It's crossed by Temperance, angel energy. They're fighting angel energy. Anytime something comes in, this person, I swear to God, is it your person? It's not yours and somebody else's, but I think it's your person. I always say they would find some reason to turn down a free bag of money. They would come up with excuses, right? Excuses. Oh, it won't fit in my trunk. Okay, it won't fit in your trunk. Put it in the back seat. Oh, well, the taxes. Pay the taxes. It's free money. Whatever's left is yours. It's still free money. You know, again, very negative Nelly toward anything, letting anything in. This is Temperance here. It's trying, the environmental energy around them is trying to balance their angel energy. We know that. We opened with an angel. We opened with angel energy. And they fight it it drives them crazy. Because it means leaving this devil. And why is that important? Because when the devil gets this big, human being, giant goat, when the devil gets this big because they've been feeding it, it can make you believe that leaving it is tough. It's going to be hard. Your life's going to fall apart if you leave. It makes you believe things even when it's a little goat. This is a huge goat. It's the Hulk of goats. It's King Kong goat. Okay? It's huge because they've been feeding it by putting up smoke and mirrors, by not dealing with stuff from the past, by casting away things, that not letting anything in, being very restrictive. That's not how you live life. Let things in. Sort the wheat from the chaff. You end up, the net, you end up with good things around you. It raises your vibration. I mean, it's simple. But to them, it's this. Oh my God, happy. That soulmate might make me happy. Oh, it's going to change everything. I'm going to have to leave the goat. Oh no. Why is that bad? Why? You're pretending to be happy, but you're actually Kurt Cobain in pain, or Peppermint Patty. Either or. We don't want either of them in pain. Either or. You're pretending to be happy. Why do you not want to leave something that you're pretending to be happy for, to go to something that would make you happy, that's lovers, where you can build on a solid foundation? They know the truth. They know what they're doing. These smoke and mirrors, this King of Swords also tells us he's the King of Truth. He knows. They know. Male or female, your person knows exactly what they're doing. This is intentional. This smoke and mirrors, some kind of image they're trying to keep up. Whatever it is. I'm sure this is core programming in them. I'm sure they got hurt in the past. I'm sure someone fucked them over. Well, you know what? We all get fucked over. I've been fucked over by a lot of people in my life. Do I let it stop me? No. Whatever screwed this person over in the past, whatever caused the pain that causes them to feed the devil and pretend that everything's fine and put up smoke, whatever it is, it's living rent free inside them. It's controlling their life. It's wrong. They're completely controlled by a giant goat with its feet on fire. What's on top? Six of Cups. Again, Temperance. Six of Cups. The past lives come in. The past, something from the past is affecting this person, but also their universe is trying to show them with the Hermit, because the Hermit is bookending here, how to fix it. Basically, it's like this, and I'm just going to sum it up. Someone comes to you, they're sad, they're upset, they tell you how bad their life is. It's just an example. They tell you how bad their life is. I met someone who I really love, and what do? And it's like you're the universe, and you say, well, you leave the thing that's bad and you go for the thing that you think you might like. And their response is, no, that's not it. Of course it's it. 2 + 2 = 4. That's it. That's the answer. It's simple mathematics. You know, it's not that difficult. Even if there's all those circumstances. Now you might argue, well, there's extenuating circumstances. They have the child, they have this, and they have the house, and all that. All of that is peripheral bullshit that the giant goat makes you believe is a big deal. All right? Lots of people leave unhappy things. You work out a compromise. You work out a deal. The logistical side usually takes care of itself. And sometimes there's some pain from it, but it's a lot better than living with a giant goat in most situations. And this is one of those situations, because this smoke and mirrors shit has to stop. How long do they think they can keep up this magic trick, this illusion? They can't. Not forever. So at some point, this person's going to have a breakdown. And I have said before, it wouldn't surprise me if this person has been institutionalized at some point, or had to be sedated, or needed a B12 shot, or whatever. I don't know. It could be any of that. You know, found themselves overly dehydrated. That can happen in this energy. Actually, it can. It's the truth. Why is the Six of Cups here? Final on this, guys, is the Two of Swords. The final on this is your person is Sarah Gilbert. End of day. No, that's not true. But it is the Two Swords. It's compromise. It's not compromise. It's confusion. Confusion about the past. Confusion about the soulmate connection. Confusion about everything. Temperance is the energy that's trying to help, but until this person takes off the blindfold, there's not much that can happen. All right? I absolutely refuse to extend this. I just don't want to be a part of this anymore. I don't. I'm going to pull a couple of side reads here on the devil. I can't imagine. I'm going to let the universe tell me if I need to extend it, because this is just frustrating. This is just, it's irritating to me. This person makes no goddamn sense. But I got a giant goat here. I'm going to take the giant goat and I'm going to put Kurt Cobain, little tiny Kurt Cobain, Peppermint Patty, over here. Kurt Patty, here across the goat. And I'm going to pull on this energy. Okay? I'm going to take this energy and I'm going to pull on it. Because this is the truth and this is the truth. This is all the smoke and mirrors is that everything's great. Ha ha ha, I'm fine. This is truth. This is truth. All right? This is what they're allowing. This is what they're feeding. This is what they could have. This and this. Something from the past got a hold on. I'm pulling on the devil right now. And I'm going to talk to the witches. And the witches are going to tell me whether I extend this or not. Universe, what do you want me to do? If I do, it's going to be all about this. I'm not going to talk anymore, give any more lectures about happiness being warm guns, eliminating this, I'm not. I need to know what the fuck's going on here. And I might even include some Six of Cups energy, because it came up twice in the reading. Tell me about it. What the fuck do you want to tell me about this, universe? There. I'll phrase it like that. Universe knows I'm not playing. Let's see. I'm going to pull 4 cards right here. And a bottom card. Alright? Tell me about the devil, Peppermint Patty, and the Six of Cups. The devil, Peppermint Patty, it knows what I mean, and the Six of Cups. Alright? Tell me about it. Alright. Fucking hell. Fuck you. I say the bottom card and I say fuck you. I'm not telling you to fuck off. Not telling the universe to fuck off. I'm telling Sarah Gilbert over here. I'm telling your person to fuck off. Okay, this one right here. Bottom card, the affecting energy of the 4 I'm going to pull is 5 Swords. The very card we started with in this goddamn reading. This short-sightedness, short-term thinking, and that's what the devil does. It creates a haze. You can't see. You ever look at your weather forecast and you see the visibility for the day? Sometimes it's 5 miles, sometimes it's 10 miles, sometimes it's up to 12 miles, etc. Maybe 20 miles depending on where you live. Yeah, your person's visibility is 2 miles on the top side with this 2 Swords here. It's 2 miles of visibility. That's a foggy day. This is a big ass goat. All right, give me 4 cards. Fuck my ass. Fucking hell. Son of a... It creates 4 of Cups. Oh, there we go again. I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to tell you about how he should be banging the blonde. I'm not going to tell you that. It's fine. 6 Swords. Yep, they run away from disappointment. They don't learn anything from the past. I remember I included the 6 of Cups. I included the past energy. I said, tell me about the devil, Peppermint Patty, and the 6 of Cups. I've got 4 of Cups crossed by, technically, the 6 of Swords. This person here, just Glazes over shit. Carpet sweeping. Carpet sweeping the disappointment. Everything's fine. I'm good. Everything's fine. What else? Knight of Swords. What's crossing the Knight of Swords? The Ten of Wands. Whatever this devil is, and this Ten of Wands is crossing the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, if I were throwing it on a marriage and it was the one card that came out, for example, I would say they gone. Right? Just like that. They gone. This energy combined, something from the past that hurt them, they're really unhappy, that keeps feeding this goat is heavy. It keeps them stuck. This is too heavy, too much shit for this horse to run. It's enough shit, when I put it like this, to break all four legs on the horse. You're going to have to be put down. Okay, they can't go anywhere. Why? It literally is, this is what it's telling me, is they have no choice but to reject anything that comes in and just pretend everything's great because they can't go anywhere. This reads like somebody who's caught in an image. Someone else around them, the devil energy, the toxic energy around them, has either convinced them of, or they've convinced themselves, it's possible too, that again, there's some sort of image they have to keep up, or that they're stuck, or that if they leave it'll look bad. What will people think? Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be a marriage. It can be too tight-knit of a family. You know, one of my favorite quotes, oh shit, is from who the fuck said it? I think it was George Burns. Remember George Burns? He was on like Hollywood Squares a lot and stuff. He's from the old, he lived to be like 100 and some shit like that. He used to smoke cigars a lot or something. Oh God, I think it was him. It could be wrong on the quote. He said something about, on that family side, he said, there's nothing more important than a close family, or something like that. He said there's nothing more important than having a tight-knit, close family. And then he adds the punchline, that's at a distance. Like that. And this is what I get here. I get this reads like, is your person in prison? And I think people might ask that. People that can see through this illusion, I might ask that. Does this person go home? Like if I saw them, like if it was a couple and I saw them at a party, I would go, wow, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors here. But the way this energy reads, I would almost ask myself, when they go home, does he or she get locked up or chained to a chair? And then doesn't get to come out again until there's some other event where they get to be shown off, kind of a thing. It's like that. I mean, I'm exaggerating for example purposes, but you catch my drift. Somebody here is convinced, and this giant, hey, if you were this size, right, and this thing came up to you 3, 5, 10 times your size, my God, it's huge. I mean, no wonder he's screaming, right? This thing come up to you, it's going to convince you of anything it wants to convince you of, and you're going to allow yourself to be convinced. There's a lot of weird energy around this person. I don't know what this is. I don't know whether I'm going to extend it or not. If I do, there's a link in the description. I'm not sure if it's necessary. I'm not completely sure. Probably not. I don't know. If there's a link, I did. If not, this is your reading. This is where we're at. They set the intention to come in, but I don't know. That's your reading. This is very frustrating energy. I've read it the best I can. I'm sure it's going to get shitloads of dislikes, but that's okay. It's a very specific energy. It's very specific, I will say that. But definitely for somebody who's married or trapped in a family dynamic or something along those lines. I am so tempted to pull an extended. I'm so tempted. I may pull readings. I feel like I want to pull readings offline anyway, so I might as well share my offline pull. It's probably what I'll do. I'll probably do, if I'm going to pull readings on this offline, I will just put them up. You'll just watch me offline pulling readings. Okay, it'll be very informal. It won't be a formal extended at all. All right, if there's one. If I do that, the link's in the description. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. This person, again, They just can't see the forest for the trees. Honestly, this energy just will not allow this soul energy to flow, because the fear of God's been put in them by a giant goat. That all, that they can't leave because of this or that. Someone might have dirt on them. I mean, it could be anything. It could be anything. There's something from their past that haunts them. That's what I want you to take away. And it keeps them stuck. And it allows other people to have undue influence over your person, because they care a lot about what other people think. Something from the past haunts them. Maybe something that they're embarrassed about that happened to them. It could be something that was done to them, that they carpet swept. Okay? It's going to vary. There's too many people watching. All right? I'm just giving you everything I got. Either way, this is an energy that's having a hard time seeing the forest for the trees. All right? That is your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. If I do an extended, it'll be very informal, and the link is in the description. You already know if I did or not. All right? Good luck, Leo.